Monster Hunter Tri was my first big online game. For some people, that first big online game, that online experience was games like RuneScape, games like WoW, um, or honestly at this point it could be anything. I'm just using those games as an example. It really could be anything. But for me, that was Monster Hunter 3. It all started by just me checking out one of the game magazines that I used to buy when I was young. Before I knew about the internet and I could just check reviews and everything online, I will buy myself the local gaming magazine here in Peru, and one of them showed a Monster Hunter game, and they showed a player alongside dinosaurs fighting, and it looked fucking great. It didn't look like a Wii game at all. Like, oh my god, it looked something like completely different and it stuck out to the eye. So, well, like when I saw that, I just had to jump in on that. So after seeing that, I just had to go into it, and after that, it was like love at first sight, right? The hunting monsters getting stronger, not by like leveling up stats, but because of you getting better at fighting the monsters, and by fighting them better, you get their equipment and better equipment, and just get better like that. Uh, I was hooked. That's all there was to it. But that was not the only thing that got me hooked on Monster Hunter. What got me hooked on Monster Hunter was the social experience, hunting monsters with people, interacting with them on the lobby, maybe sometimes just talking. I remember I bought myself my first well, not bought. I asked for one of my gifts in that birthday to be a wireless keyboard, because back then we had like the wired keyboard that used like the circle thing on the PC, on the old PCs, that they don't use that anymore. So I asked for a wireless USB keyboard, which I think they were expensive back then. Maybe not. I'm not really sure, but I asked for that, and once that I plugged into the Wii, and it's like it was magic. I just typed to the people. I remember at first I would type in with the Wiimote controller, trying to like I don't know if I remember using the D-pad or maybe using the pointer. I think trying to type so freaking slowly, but once after I got that USB keyboard, it was so smooth sailing. I got to interact with so many people in between hunts. Sometimes we would just say hello, hunt some monsters, and that was it. But some other times, I mean, it will be a whole experience, talking, doing nothing, just sitting around in the lobby before even doing the quest. Or sometimes we will go on like one of them exploration slash gathering quests, and we will talk while doing them. Oh, people talk so much trash about gathering quests, but when you did those with homies and you could like chat while doing it, it was just like hanging out, right? It doesn't matter if you're doing something that is quote unquote boring. It's fun because you have people there. So that was freaking amazing. Sometimes we will just open up one of the areas that we like the desert at night or the tundra or something, and look at the night sky and just chill there, sit around talking for the better atmosphere, I guess. It was crazy. Monster Hunter Try gave me my first batch of online friends, uh, which sadly I never got to meet them again because back in the day I didn't use Facebook, I didn't use I didn't use any social media, right? So which is probably for the better actually. But yeah, I only had an email, so I think like one person I managed to keep in contact with, but not for too very long because I didn't play the other games that they played. So yeah, and I didn't have a 3DS, and yeah, so yeah, that was kind of like the end of that. But is I'm just happy that it happened. That I met so many people there, and I even had my first crush there. Believe it or not, uh, because I was in an old in a in a Catholic all males high school. I didn't really get to meet any girls, and I didn't go to the parties because didn't feel comfortable. So just by chatting here in the Monster Hunter, I guess I got our first crush, and well, I don't want to say we dated. We just we just did the hanging around at night and talking to each other and getting to know each other really well until well the servers went down. Um, Monster Hunter like 3 years later after the servers went up, they just went down, and because of that, I didn't realize it until like the last 2 or 3 days, I think. So by that time, I was trying to like tell my email to my friends, that people that were still connected, to see if we can keep in touch. But she didn't log in during that last week, and I didn't know. So yeah, that was like a rip. We never got to like chat again. But I look back on that as a fucking beautiful experience. It was, you know, I mean, as cheesy or as pathetic as it might be to have someone's first love through a video game, chatting with someone, I just treasured it a lot. It was something really special, and it's because of that that I mean, like that I decided to make an alternate Facebook account to meet new people, meet online friends, um, many people that I could talk about video games and just talk about things because if I had after shortly after that, I believe I made like a Facebook for like family and stuff, but my parents were like super big on don't talk to strangers and that stuff, so that's why I made an alternate Facebook account that I would use behind their backs. And yeah, that's how, now looking back on it, it's crazy because of Monster Hunter Try, I decided that I wanted to befriend people that even if they spoke English. I mean, actually, because they spoke English, I guess, because it was like they were in another world or like something different. I guess it was. It was. I'm not gonna say it was just to like practice English. I just felt good to talking to them. I can't really explain that much. Um, and yeah, because I made that alternate Facebook account, I met some of my best friends. Two of them are just my two of my best homies. I really am glad I met them there. And this game is what shaped me. Uh, I will not be the person that I am right now without it. I it expanded my world literally. It opened me up to a whole new wave of people that I would have never met otherwise, probably, because that's what I love doing so much. That social experience, talking with people during the hunts, before the hunts, after the hunts, and that's what's made Monster Hunter Try so special. And I didn't get to play 3DS games because I cannot play an action game looking at a tiny screen. I just can't, and my hands will hurt too. So nah, on my 3DS I only played turn-based games like SMT or Fire Emblem. So yeah, that was not an option for me. But after after a while, when Monster Hunter World came out, I was so excited to get that kind of experience again. But it wasn't there. It just wasn't there. People right nowadays, I'm gonna sound like a boomer, but people nowadays really I guess mind their time a lot. I guess because they just sometimes they'll just join the quest to get what they need and then dip, or like I don't know, man. The SOS is like the best and worst thing that could have possibly ever happened to Monster Hunter. I think because I mean it is really fun to join people in like in other servers aside from where you are, and maybe like and joining in the middle of the hunt. I love that. I really love that because back then, if you didn't start the hunt with them, then you have to you have to either wait in the lobby or you have to like reset. It was not the best. But now with the new technology, it felt like, oh, if someone joined in a little bit late, then that's fine. They can join in. But no, well, we'll skip. I don't know. I guess it's turned a little bit of a rant, right? But that is something that I miss, right? I miss that camaraderie, that sense of friendship and hanging out with people. I really do. So I I don't know if there's any other game that may have captured that kind of feeling for you people. Maybe some MMO like Final Fantasy 14 or something like that. But even then, I think most people in MMOs also for the most part just join the quest that they gotta do and dip. But I'm sure there's also a lot of people that also like stay and talk and you get to socialize. Uh, so that was kind of the only game that got that thing from me after Monster Hunter 3 was PSO2 in a way. And that's I guess that's why I plugged into PSO2 now because I got into it. Yeah, I got into it, did some hunts, and during those times I miraculously talked to someone and they replied and we became friends somehow. It's curious and I wondered, it's really easy to wonder, what if I hadn't met someone in PSO2 that was like that was like a real homie that stick that like socialized with me, that reminded me of the days of the Monster Hunter 3 days. If I didn't have that, would I have dropped PSO2 and maybe joined another MMO or something like that? Really curious to think about, because now that I have homies on PSO2, I'm staying there. That's my game now. But it's really crazy to think, it's like what's the word? Uh, well, I don't know the analogy because I'm dumb, but it's one of those things where like things could have easily gone different if I hadn't met the right type of people. So, uh, like I said, Monster Hunter Try has shaped everything that I am now. I like socializing with people before and after quests. I really enjoy sometimes just logging in and doing nothing and talking. That's something that PSO2 gives me with my friends now. Sometimes you just wanna boot up and go to a pretty place and pretend that you're there with them, right? Maybe that's just me, but that's something that I really love doing, and because of that, I thank Monster Hunter Try with everything that I have. It really is a special game, and when the servers died, a lot of people said that, but a piece of me cannot die with that. But another part of me also, it was like a new beginning, right? Piece of, I mean, piece of two also it's kind of like my new beginning now, but back then it was Monster Hunter Try, and holy shit, it's crazy to think it's really been like almost 11 years, 12. I think, yeah, 11. I think I don't really know anymore. It's just insane. Like back then, my internet would cut. When I had the Latin American internet back then in 2010. I would disconnect like at least 2 or 3 times per session. It was like that. And but that didn't stop me, man. I really, really love that game. Loc Lac, that the City of the Sands, all of the sands. Monster Hunter 3 was everything to me, and I know some people are modding it, and I really hope one day I can go there again. I can go there again solo, but I want to go there again with people. I want to talk in the lobby and just talk in the lobby and just hang out with people. Uh, I love PSO2. I can do some of that, but PSO2 kind of like attracts some outspoken audience and very very horny audience. Honestly, it's not the same, right? I like speaking in the lobby and all, but I don't like talking about that. Like, no thanks. Like, that's the kind of thing. Listen, that side of me is only shown to like 5 people. That's it. People don't need to know that shit. People don't need to know that side of me. I definitely, that's what something that I really enjoyed in Monster Hunter Tribe was just talking about the day, talking about, hey, what's up, what are things we're gonna do, games. There's also a video that explains my feelings pretty well. It's, I believe it's called "It Took 8 Years for Monster Hunters to Find This" by Flying Fian 2. Fian 2. And I think it does exactly perfectly what I feel about this game. It's a heartwarming experience. And ooh, I mean, I'm not gonna get into the difficulty of the game because original try was something else. Original try really was. Whew, it was great. It was sad that they nerfed some of the monsters later, but fucking don't matter, bro. It don't matter. That shit was amazing. And yeah, if it wasn't obvious enough, this was the first Monster Hunter game. I had 700 plus hours clocked into it. A lot of people, I remember when they saw my save file, they thought, oh, 700 minutes. But nah, it was hours. It was 700 fucking hours, bro. God damn, I love this fucking game. Forever and always. Loc Lac, I hope one day you come back to. Because, oh god, this is gonna sound cheesy, but you never forget your first love, right? You never forget your first love. Monster Hunter Tribe was my first love when it came to video games, right? When it comes to video games, was my first love in Monster Hunter Tribe. I love playing games with my brother, fighting games. I really love them, but for something like by myself, Monster Hunter Tribe was my first love. And I met my first love there too, so that's also biased, but you know. In any that's just what makes it so special to me. So if you guys have like any game like that that is like really special to you, feel free to comment. Let me know, and fucking treasure everything that you have. Not everything is eternal, but it doesn't matter, right? Enjoy the memories that you made there. Enjoy the times. Don't be sad that it's over. Be happy that it happened. That everything you did there meant something to you. It meant something to the people that you hang out with. So, yeah, nothing much to say, right? But you know, here in Peru, we say that Valentine's Day is the day of love and friendship. So be sure to spend it with whoever you treasure. And hope you have a great day. Now, you excuse me. I need to get my photo ruins by my homies once more in Monster Hunter Rise. Cool game, by the way.
Zoro's shit.
I,
Whack.
I Tragic.
Wonder what that's like.
No, no die.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Hold up, the sunset? Get me in there.
You got 30 seconds, bro.
I know. No. God damn it.
Yeah, nigga, yeah, our picture, nigga.
Understandable.